Interactive radio. Tweet at 1395 5AA. Lucy Corns.
I love this topic. Kelly's in the studio from Australian Caravans. Music even suits the whole situation. Kelly, thanks for coming in. This is big for our listeners because I think there's a lot of people listening out there who love to caravan. It's a good way to get around and to holiday.
It's a great way, Lucy, and I've got to say I'm a bit upset coming in today because the weather out there is perfect.
And you'd rather be in a caravan than speaking to me?
We should be down at Adelaide Shores now with a beer.
How good is Adelaide Shores?
It's great. It's one of the best parks getting around.
It is one of the best parks. You know, I would go as far to say as one of the best parks in the country. And not only is it great as it is, but they're continuously improving it.
They always are, and not just that park, lots of parks. They're now suiting families, there's jumping castles, there's plasmas, it's all there. So
we stayed,
good places to go. At
the end of last year, we went on a trip to Cairns, Port Douglas. We stayed in a caravan park that's renowned for families in Cairns. And same deal, you know, like those big pillows for kids to jump on, mini golf, just so fun.
Exactly, and that's why families like going there, because you can... Mum and Dad can stay at the van and the kids can go and run amok.
Run wild. And you know what I love about a caravan park? There's so many stories contained within a caravan park. Like, we were being sterile and boring. We were in a cabin. But, you know, you see all the caravans and then you see a guy with his Harley and he's just got a swag. That's all he's travelling with, you know. So people get around in different ways, don't they?
They sure do. And, you know, camping can be done in all sorts of ways.
Yeah.
And that's why, you know, with Jayco too, we start with camper trailers and we can take someone all the way through the range into a motorhome. So it's quite common for people to stay with us and have 4, 5, 6 vans.
Love it. 8223 0000. Love for you to join in the conversation and share your caravanning, camping stories, perhaps your favourite park anywhere in the country, caravan park, your favourite way to camp. Would love to hear from you. Join in the conversation. Talk to me, I guess has caravanning, firstly I want to know, has caravanning ever been more popular? It seems to be so popular at the moment.
It is growing every year.
Yeah.
It really is. And this because more and more options are coming into. People want more.
Yeah.
They're not just a caravan now. They can be a house. I mean, they have washing machines, they have TVs, they have CDs, they have everything.
Yeah.
So you can go and live. And also, not just go to caravan parks. We can show people how to be self-sufficient with batteries and solar and really go anywhere you like and hide away for weeks and then forever.
How fantastic. And there is this generation that's known that is, you know, taking this whole year, it's like a gap year in your 50s and 60s and travelling the country.
We sit all the time and people think it's the grey nomad and, you know, we do sell to a lot of them, but it's not. We also sell to lots of young families that decide to pull the kids out in their 30s and they have a year where they travel and they might pick up work along the way and... yeah, there's more and more people doing that.
I know a family that did that. I actually had him on the show last summer, Michael Wilson, legendary Port Adelaide footballer. He and his wife, Leah, took their 4 kids. So a lot of people would look at that and think that is unsurmountable. That is a huge task. It was like life-defining for them. It was massive and just the best experience of their lives.
Oh, I'm sure they would have loved it.
Yeah.
But it's not. People think it's camping and dirt. It's not. We just talked about the caravan parks. We talked about the vans and how nice they are. They're very comfortable and, you know, there's plenty around right around the country.
You're not really slumming it these days,
no, you don't have to.
You don't have to if you don't want to, but of course some people choose to really do it rough and ready, which is also a good way to go. Okay, so talk to me about the different options, and I also want to hear about off-road and on-road.
Well, that is, the off-road market's definitely growing, and we do both. You can opt for an outback version. But yeah, it's because people do want to get off the beaten track more and more, and if they have a four-wheel drive, lots of people are going into that market as well now. So they can climb into the national parks deeper and further, and away they go. And
so you can get off-road camper trailers. Do you get off-road caravans?
Yeah.
Do you?
Yeah, right through the range. Camper trailers probably more so for the off-road because they're a little bit lighter and a little bit smaller. You can get them into some tighter areas. The caravanner generally will stick to the bitumen and, do the caravan park, but more and more we're seeing it. And, like I said before, solar panels on the roofs, and they really want to get away and get amongst it. Love it.
Let's welcome Ken to the conversation from Happy Valley. Thanks for your call, Ken.
Yeah, g'day. I would like to ask a question. These days there's so much availability with pop-top caravans, double-axle caravans. If you were, like me and my wife, thinking about touring parts, half or the whole of Australia, how much would you need to spend on a double-axle caravan, and what would you need to buy car-wise to comfortably tour with that caravan?
Excellent question.
And also, if you want all the amenities, so you don't have to stop off at all the caravan parks, obviously you have to stop off at some, but if you want the amenities like showers, toilets, and all the mod cons, how much would you need to spend on a very, very good double axle caravan to tour Australia, and would you get your money back at the end of it?
Great question.
Good question, Ken.
Yeah.
Well, we sell new and used. Now, you could start quite cheaply, really. We have used vans, and they do the resale of especially of the Jayco. Jayco's a big brand in Australia. They hold their value and they're known for it. You could pick one up quite reasonably priced and be surprised. And often with the second-hand units as well, you might find that they have solar and all the annexes and things already completed because people have done their trip and those additions are already there. So the price range could be from, it's a big range, but from 10,000 and then whatever, really.
It's unlimited, isn't it, as to what you'd have?
So many options, but the pop tops are popular because they're a little bit less in value and they're a bit lower. So for storage and things at home, that's another thing people have to think about. So yeah, that's a broad question, but
and so say your starting point's 10,000. I think that's a reasonable answer. But what about in terms of car? What sort of car do you need to pull these things?
Well, the good thing now is I think a lot of the car manufacturers are realising that lots of people are towing caravans, so their towing capacities are getting higher,
increasing. So that's what you've got to look at, the towing capacity.
That's very important. You want to know what your car can pull and the tow ball weight, and then come in and start talking about vans. A lot of people, they come in, get excited about a van, and then realise that they might not have the capacity to do it.
Yeah.
But once they've done that homework and they come in, I mean, it can start with a camper trailer that's under 1,000 kilos, 900, and just about anything can pull it. Through to, where you need a big Land Cruiser Patrol and you have 3-ton capacity and you can take the big caravans. But the pop tops in the middle, in the 1,500 kilo range, most cars can pull them.
Okay, good. And what about resale? I guess that's the third part of Ken's question.
Well, as I said, Jayco, you cannot go wrong with the Jayco brand because of how popular they are.
And how they hold, because they're reputable, aren't they?
We have a big piece of Australia's market,
yeah.
And nationally, Jayco's a strong brand, big dealer network, and it doesn't matter where you end up. You might start in Adelaide, you might get all the way around and finish in Cairns and think, we've had enough, we want to fly home from here.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter where you are, you will sell it.
Sell it.
Yeah.
Isn't that hilarious? That I can imagine that. Hey, Ken, thanks for your call. That's a great question. I appreciate that. 8223 is the number. Kelly is my guest from Australian Caravans. We're going to take a quick break. We'll return with more of your questions and calls right after and just continue the conversation on caravanning, which I know so many of you are into.
I'm Janet Giles from SA Unions. Our Charter for Working South Australians sets out a plan for a better and fairer state. We know working people want better services, fairer and safer workplaces, and more investment in skills and industries to help create jobs now and jobs for our kids. We want to make sure wage rises take into account rising cost of living pressures. We're fighting for all these things and so much more. Have a look at the Charter at saworkingpeople.com.au.
Spoken and authorised by J. Giles, Adelaide.
Soak up pristine beaches, warm sparkling waters, amazing cultures and lively shopping markets. This is Fiji. Lose yourself to island time on a Phil Hoffman 14-night cruise aboard the Sun Princess, visiting stunning Pacific Island ports, including Noumea, Vanuatu, Port Denarau and many more. Includes return airfares from Adelaide, transfers from airport to port, taxes, levies, main meals, daily activities and of course your Phil Hoffman travel cruise host. Conditions apply. Be quick, book now. Visit pht.com.au.
Doris Day, so much more than the girl next door.
You always tell me.
Starring Australia's own Melinda Schneider, is returning to Adelaide. Enjoy a variety of Doris Day's beloved hits, such as Sentimental Journey and Que Sera Sera. Be enchanted as Belinda turns the clock back on the life of Doris Day, featuring the swinging Doris Big Band. Her Majesty's Theatre, Saturday, March 31st. Book now at Bass.
Proudly presented by 1395, Adelaide's 5AA.
Hey,
Hey, looking for a pool solution? Clark Rubber is the place to help you with the pool in your backyard. Clark Rubber is Australia's local pool shop with pool equipment, filters, chlorinators, solar covers, pool cleaning, rakes and scoops and automatic pool cleaners, pool chemicals, chlorine, salt, plus great advice. Wow, they even test pool water for free. Boy, you'll be surprised at what you find at Clark Rubber. 8 stores across Adelaide, open 7 days a week. Have fun at Clark Rubber. Call 138090 for your nearest store.
Origin LPG and our authorised dealers have some great specials for LPG users in the Adelaide Hills and on the Fleurieu Peninsula. But don't wait for the first signs of winter or until you run out of LPG in the middle of cooking the evening meal. Make the switch to Origin today, the reliable local LPG supplier you can trust. Call our Adelaide customer service team today on 133 LPG. That's 133 574 or go to originlpg.com.au.
Hi, I'm Usman Khawaja from the Australian cricket team. Many people make up a team, people from different families, backgrounds and races. But differences are what makes a team strong, providing diversity in a range of styles and approaches. So don't discriminate against anyone because of their race, ethnicity, gender or background, because everyone deserves a fair go. To keep your sport inclusive, safe and fair, go to playbytherules.net.au. Discrimination is simply not a part of any sport.
It's your friendly neighbour, Amanda Blair here. Hi! And Neighbourhood Day is Australia's celebration of community, bringing together the people next door and across the street for a beer, a barbie or even a cuppa. And I'm on the hunt for Adelaide's best neighbour. I could be coming your way when I broadcast the show from your house. Just go to 5AA.com.au and tell us what's fabulous about your neighbourhood or neighbour, and I could be on my way to your lounge room. I know, how exciting. All thanks to IGA and $13.95 Adelaide's 5AA.
Get interactive now.
Email on air at 5AA.com.au.
$13.95 Adelaide's 5AA.
Kelly's my guest from Australian Caravans. Thanks for the email from the Hoffland family. Hi, Lucy. We're a young family who are members of the Caravan Club of South Australia. It's South Australia's oldest caravan club at 75 years old. Once a month, we hitch up after work on a Friday and take off for a weekend escape. We can take 10 new members easy. This lifestyle is something that people don't know they are missing out on. Cheers, the Hoffland family. What a great email. And I read that to you, Kelly, off air, and you said that on your website, www.australiancaravans.com.au, you've got a bit of a community, sort of like a forum situation happening there.
We do. It's getting out of control.
15,000 people sharing caravanning tips.
Growing towards that fast, yeah.
Amazing.
And it is just us. We created a website because our customers were wanting to know more. And we've got this off the ground and it's just growing, and people put in their photos, cooking tips. You know, we put offers on there because we have also a parts and accessories part of our
business.
All our event. So we can do little discounts up there and things, and that's where we'll put it. And it works well for us.
How good though, like the forum as well. So like-minded people, perhaps heading in similar directions, share tips about where to stay, what to pack, all sorts of things.
And everybody, well, not everybody, but
cooking tips. You were saying
cooking tips. That's all there. But of all ages, people are on Facebook, they're on Twitter, they're putting things straight on. So for us, and we can answer questions on the hop. Like we have someone that's watching this, and if someone's got a little question while they're out on the road, we'll answer it.
Fantastic.
So it's really good.
Love it. And as you said, you don't need to own a Jayco van to be a part of that community. So www.australiancaravans.com.au. I want to talk about the fact that I guess, you often would see those young Australians doing that trip around Australia. It's almost like a rite of passage for some Australians, isn't it? How fantastic. Then you've got your families with perhaps children. Then you've got your older couples who are perhaps empty nesters again. Talk to me about what each of those categories are likely to go for.
Well, to stereotype, that the family will come in and they'll probably start with a camper trailer because they have multiple bed options. They're lighter.
Are they easy to set up?
Well, they're all very easy to set up, and that's one of the pluses. And they're getting easier. Not just the typical camper will wind up. We now have buttons and 12-volt and roofs. You can get really lazy if you want to.
Yeah.
And
I actually like the sound of a button to, assemble a bit of a
People want to
house.
just get to places and
set
camp.
up.
They do.
Exactly.
They don't have much time. We're all time poor.
Yeah.
And these let you leave on a Friday night, have it all packed, and you can be 1 hour away. And that's what's great with Adelaide too. An hour or two any direction, and we're camping.
Yeah.
You've got it set up and you're fine.
Fantastic.
And these have little lounges that drop to beds, and you can sleep up to 8, so you can pile them in. And kids love it. So
Love it.
camper first, and then, you typically probably move to an expander.
Yeah.
And they are fantastic.
So what's an expander? Give me a visual.
Well, they are good because you might only be towing 14, 15, 16-foot vans, but then they flop out at the ends to then be a 20-foot van.
Right.
So a bit lighter to tow, multiple bed options again, but then you're starting to get things like air cons and microwaves and all those things. You're starting to be in a caravan, but with a little bit of canvas. And they're a big seller for us. They really are.
Yeah. What are you looking at for one of those? In a rough price guide?
You will be probably 30 to 40 for a new one.
Right.
You can be, and there's a lot of options that you can add to these, but yeah, that'll get you going. And then from there, you're probably starting to be a caravaner, and that might be a pop top or a full-size caravan, depending where you want to go, and depending on what you're towing it with, again, like we said before. And that's the journey. And then we have our little motorhome market as well, which...
Are the motorhomes just too fabulous for words?
Yeah. No, they're pretty impressive.
Yeah.
They really are, and they're fantastic. And, we've got our little chunk of the market there, and people that buy motorhomes love them.
Yeah.
And, they tow little vehicles, they do all sorts of things, but they tend to be on the road a lot more and travelling.
Okay,
generally.
So generally the whole way around. I'm just having a look at the brochure of the motorhomes. They really are a house on wheels.
Yeah, and that's what they want. They have, LCD TVs. The sides can slide out to create more space. They have full en-suites, and these are all things that the caravans have also. But to just roll your awning in and drive away, the motorhome people love them.
They're quite amazing. I'm just having a look at, this is what am I looking at? A Jayco Sterling. So what type is that? That's a...
Sterling is the flagship of the Jayco Caravans because they have everything in them. From CD players, TVs, all of that. Whereas some of the other vans, some of that's optional. But yeah, so Sterling, that's the top of the tree.
Don't mind me, I'm just choking. And so talk to me more about the camper trailers.
Camper trailers, they range from, they start really small. We have the Swift, and then they go up to the Swan and Flamingo. Jayco's, they have the bird as their motto, and they go up in size, as you'll see in that brochure over there. And when I'm not choking. Now
we've got calls coming in too. Mill will be in to take them in just a minute. So the camper trailers?
Yes, you can still put an annex on a camper trailer, and you can really you can pile heaps of people in those.
We love that. And are people travelling, like as you say with South Australia, list off some places where people are most likely to go?
Well, everyone has their favourite spot.
What's your favourite caravan park in South Australia?
Well, I've got a soft spot for Melrose. I will be there at Easter this year, and
Beautiful.
It combines a few other things for me.
Is that an annual thing for you?
It is an annual thing, and there's a big tennis tournament there, and there's a big the Clare races involved, and I'll take a caravan up there.
That sounds like quite a weekend.
It's a big weekend, but it's a great caravan park. But not just there. As you drive to places like Melrose, you go through Clare, you go through, you can go to Jamestown. There's another tournament. There's everywhere at Easter would have a popular caravan park, and everyone, as they leave each year, they just rebook and they go again.
That's why they're so chock-a-block. You actually have to book so far in advance now, don't you?
You do. Yeah. You really do.
Let's welcome Helen to the conversation. Thanks for your call, Helen.
Hello. How are you?
Really well, thank you.
That's good. I used to take, we don't go now because all our grandkids have grown up, but I used to go down to what used to be Fort Glanville. Yeah. Caravan Park.
And whereabouts is that,
That's
Helen?
a semi.
Okay, gorgeous.
Down where the fort, the museum and that is on the foreshore.
Oh, beautiful.
Yeah, we used to, and we went down there for 20 odd years.
And did you have a caravan?
No, we didn't. What we used to hire a van from there. They don't do it anymore because they don't have any caravans down there. I think it's mainly cabins now.
Did the grandkids just love it?
Oh, yeah. They even said to me not so long ago, and they're 28 and 23. Nan, when are we going down to the beach again?
Oh, how gorgeous. Actually, I stayed a few nights with my grandma in a caravan as well. It's just such good fun, such great memories.
Yeah, I used to have them down there for a fortnight, just, about a fortnight before the end of the school holidays, when you don't know what to do with them over Christmas.
They get a little bit ratty at that point in time.
Yeah, we used to do it then, and it was really good, and it wasn't far from home because at that stage we lived at Gillis Plains and was straight down Grand Junction Road.
How gorgeous. Love it. Thanks for sharing your story,
All right,
Helen.
Thanks a lot.
Take care. And I think that is a wonderful thing as well.
Well, I just was going to say, we have a lot of elderly couples that they buy a van with grandchildren in mind. You know, they want bunks, they want extra beds, they take ways to take their kids, grandchildren. So it is something that is very popular.
Absolutely gorgeous. We're going to take a quick break. We will return with Kelly from Australian Caravans right after.
Electricity prices are set to soar by 31% in South Australia. So, race into Great Solar before it's too late. We're smashing prices on solar. $12.99 for a 1.52 kilowatt system fully installed. You heard right, that's $12.99. Best of all, we have our own in-house team of accredited installation experts. Plus, we'll beat any legitimate written quote by 5%. Call Great Solar now or race into our warehouse, 119 Hayward Avenue, Torrensville, or call 1300 047 328.
You don't know me, but I know you. I know where you work. I know how much you earn. I know where your kids go to school, and I know where you live. I'm identity theft, and I can ruin you.
Identity theft is one of the fastest growing crimes in the world. Call Green Team, SA's only AAA certified security shredding company. From a monthly service as low as $35 to a one-off clean out for just $55. Home or office, don't risk it. greenteam.com.au.
At Elizabeth and Barossa Mitsubishi, we don't have the flashiest showrooms. But if exceptional service and the best price on new and used Mitsubishi is more important to you, you've come to the right place. We've just taken delivery of a limited number of Platinum Lancer, ASX, Outlander and Pajero. The features on these Platinum vehicles are outstanding, limited and well worth a test drive. Come and see us at Elizabeth Mitsubishi Elizabeth Way and Barossa Mitsubishi Nuriyutpa.
Oh sure, Mum and I were close. We caught up every Wednesday for lunch and again on the weekends. Oh, we talked a lot. But at no point did she ever mention any arrangements, for her funeral. Mum was such a caring, thoughtful person, even prepaying her funeral with Fulham. It just made things so much easier. Something I hadn't thought of. So I want to do the same, to leave my kids with memories, not worries.
Plan ahead with prepaid funerals at Fulham Funerals.
Ever wondered what it's like to fly a jet airliner? Put yourself in the captain's seat of a replica Boeing 737 flight simulator. Flight Experience has landed in Adelaide. Learn to taxi, take off and land, day or night, with 180-degree high-definition visuals. Fly in and out of 24,000 airports from all over the world. This is a once-in-a-lifetime experience and the ultimate gift idea. Go to Flight Experience now, 131 Ward Street, North Adelaide, or call 1-800 737 800.
Interactive radio. Call 8223 0000. Lucy Corns.
It is Lucy Corns with you through until 8 if I don't choke beforehand. You did a good job for covering for me before, Kelly.
Yeah, it got pretty tough there a second.
You were anchoring the show there for a minute. I've only got a couple more minutes with you, which is unfortunate because it's been a really popular segment talking about caravanning. Kelly is, of course, from Australian Caravans. I would assume that the process of buying a caravan or camper van, whatever it is a pretty big decision. How do you help your customers make the right choice?
Well, it is a big decision, and we have a very experienced sales team down there that also caravan and like camping. So it often starts with a talk and a coffee, and they sometimes don't know what they want. So they'll come in and we'll show them brochures and we'll sit them down, and people they're pretty savvy these days. They've checked the website and so they know where they sort of want to be. But it's like I say, it's not just the caravan. There's the towing. There's all sorts of things you need to consider and be set up for, and we help them through all those steps.
Love that. Now, what about buying secondhand? Should people be concerned about buying secondhand, or is that okay? Is there a big secondhand market?
There is a big secondhand market, and there's lots of places you can get them. Obviously, the internet now, and you do have to be careful. And part of our forum, one of the things that came up was that people were concerned and just a little bit worried about buying secondhand because there's a lot of things you need to look for, depending where they're stored and what sort of condition and their age. And that is why we came up with a little program, the 6-Star Assurance program, where we offer a guarantee, a 3-month guarantee on your second-hand van, which you'll struggle to find anywhere else.
Yeah, fantastic.
But aside from that, we give them a shakedown trip, we give them roadside assistance, we give them a full handover, and with the handover is where Andy is our specialist. He loves it. He'll be with you for an hour, 2 hours. We've got to stop him a lot of the time.
Yeah.
because he'll hook it onto your car, he sets it up, he plugs it in, he shows you the whole lot. So you leave comfortable.
Yeah, familiar.
Yeah, and hopefully then your first trip's not too far away before you forget everything and start ringing us up.
Yeah, exactly.
But then, but yeah, and so the 6-star assurance program is good, and it gives people a little peace of mind that their van has been checked and it all works.
If this is sounding, tempting for people out there, where do people find Australian Caravans?
Well, we're on the corner of Crossroads and South Road.
Yeah.
So 820 South Road, Edwardstown, is next to the overpass there.
Yeah.
That's our sales super yard. We also have our parts and accessories on the corner of Doors and South Road.
Okay.
And that's quite new to us, but that's very exciting. That's where we fill it with all the parts and accessories. So, the van's the first step.
I can imagine then people get very, very excited about filling it with all the good things.
Oh, they love it. And, that's why we've just sorted it out that you pick your van up there.
Yeah.
Because then you walk into the shop and you can get your chairs and your bikes and your Barbies and, you leave there ready to go caravanning. And that's part of Andy's job. He'll help you with that. From the mirrors to the Barbie.
Fantastic. Love it. So is there a contact number there, or is the website the best contact point?
Our website is great. If you're into caravanning, and even if you're not sure that you are yet and you want to just have a look, it's a great website. We've created it that way because it is interactive. You can get on the forum, you can ask questions, you can get amongst it, and there's a lot of caravanners on there to talk to. Or call us, 8297 664, and that's where we are. And, we can help you with all your caravan questions.
Kelly, it's been a pleasure having you on. The website is www.australiancaravans.com.au, or you can give them a buzz Monday morning, 8297 664. It's a fabulous way to get around and see our amazing country. We are so fortunate to live here, and I think often, we think we need to go overseas or whatever, but we're just all on our back door.
It is all here.
Yeah.
It really is. And, it's just finding the time, and that's an excuse too many people use. And I think if you've got a camper or a caravan at home, decked out, ready to go, it should encourage you to hook it on. And when days are like this, don't be inside. Do you know what I love? Ending on the Adelaide Shores Caravan Park, as we started with, I love how so many locals go down there for their holiday. Because we are time poor. We are, and I think you'll find a big chunk of their Christmas patronage is local people.
Yeah, I know a lot of people who do that year after year.
And they go to work from there and they come back to there. And
they feel like they're having a holiday. Because
once you're in the grounds of a caravan park, you could be anywhere in Australia.
Yeah.
You can't see, Military Road over there.
Yeah.
So, it's fantastic. And, we really encourage people to do it. It's a healthy lifestyle. Good for you. Thanks so much for coming in, Kelly, from Australian Caravans. That was a fun segment. Love it.